What's up, guys? Jessica Villarreal here with a Red Carpet Report, and we are on the blood red carpet here at Halloween Horror Nights. Let's go see what scares people.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty
Jessica, good to meet you.
Anthony,
Yes, Anthony, thanks for joining us.
Do you want me to be here or here?
Yeah, okay. So you've directed all 3 Sharknados.
Yes.
What is that like?
It's actually weird because we do these things so quickly. If you think about, like, at the beginning of every year, it takes about 6 months from start to finish. So it feels like we've just done one long Sharknado movie over the course of 3 years. Because like a studio movie takes like 2.5 to 3 years to do. So it just feels like this one big movie. Because it's just, they're insane. And we start shooting in February and we deliver them at the end of June, and that's madness.
Yeah.
And we pull them off somehow.
Yeah, no, and what is it like knowing that you've created like these instant cult classics? Like, people love these films. How does that feel?
It's great because you do this, you make movies so people can see them, and the cool part about it is that we made these movies and everybody kind of sort of enjoys them on some level. Kids really like these movies, which is that we never set out to make a kids movie, and yet but it's kind of silly and stuff. Parents, you have people with large groups, families. I mean, right, left. I mean, it's just like it covers the gamut. So I mean, the fact that so many people have embraced it, and we were just this little movie that could, and I think that's the special part about it.
Yeah. So tell me, what is the, pardon the pun, think tank like while doing Sharknado?
The first one just sort of happened, and then you start going, oh, we want to do New York, and you go, okay, what do we want to come up with? And on the third one, it's like, I think early on, it was like, well, we got to do White House Down with Sharks. And so you start thinking of different genres you want to play in, so you keep it fresh. So we got to do a space movie at the end of number 3. We crammed 4 movies into one in the last one. So I mean, we literally just embraced it. We did this space shuttle thing. We went to NASA in Florida. So it's like we try to go, what would be interesting to put the sharks in? And it's also what's going on with Ian Ziering and Tara Reid and the family element. So it's just like, there's still a lot of ideas to mine for it. There's still cities that left to destroy. As long as we can come up with fun things to do.
No, it sounds super fun. Like, I can just imagine just like sitting there in with you guys, and you're like, what about this? Yes, we'll do it.
It's a playground. It's like a kid with toys. It's like the first movie we were in LA. And then on the second movie, we got New York, and it's like suddenly we're in New York, and we could go Times Square, we could do this, we could do that. And that was what was really cool. And then we got to do Orlando, and we got to do Washington, D.C. We got to do a whole bunch of really, really cool things.
Yeah. Now, have you always been a fan of like the horror genre?
Yeah, no. I've been a geek since I was a kid. I mean, I loved horror films growing up, and I was kind of the horror guy before Sharknado. I mean, I did 3 horror films. I wrote 4 that were produced. Directed 3, and then so Sharknado kind of opened things up because it wasn't just horror. It was sci-fi, it was action, it was visual effects, and there was a little bit of comedy in there. Yeah. So it's one of those things. I'm a geek, and it's like you see in these movies, we're paying homage to things that we geek out about and have fun with.
That's so cool. And so what would you say is, like, if you could only watch one horror movie for the rest of your life, what would your go-to be?
It would be John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, right here,
Yeah. I mean, look, John Carpenter made a lot of great movies, and I always loved Halloween, but The Thing has just, it was great when it came out, but it's aged so well.
Yeah.
It just, all that practical effects, now, with CGI now, some of the stuff that's happened with CGI in the 90s and 2000s, it looks a little dated. The only thing that really looks dated in The Thing is a little bit of stop motion animation. Other than that, it's flawless. It is just an amazing movie.
That's awesome. And then who is your favorite horror movie villain? It could be, a genre like ghosts or zombies or whatever, but do you have one in mind?
Michael Myers.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and I think they have a maze here with Michael Myers.
Yeah. So are you looking forward to that one tonight?
Oh, yeah. They did a maze for Halloween about, I think, 4 years ago, and it was just fantastic because you felt like you were in the babysitter's house with Laurie Strode and all that, and they had a couple little references to Halloween 3 in there, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So I love Michael Myers.
I know. 6 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right.
Actually, one of the things that I do as an Easter egg in all my movies, Halloween 3 is set in the town of Santa Mira, but Santa Mira is also the town in the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and I come from Northern California, and so that's where kind of those towns are set. So it's a fictitious town, but I'm always like enamored of it, and so whenever I get a chance, I make there's little references to Santa Mira in all my movies. I started doing it with my short films,
right.
But then like in Boo, it was the hospital. There was a T-shirt in my second movie. There was a patch on the third one, and then in the Sharknado movies, Santa Mira pops up in 3 different spots. So there's little references to Santa Mira throughout. So that's my little Easter egg.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we heard about that. That's awesome. What a great tip. I'll have to go back and look for those. So, well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
What's your name again?
Jessica.
Jessica, thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Okay, guys, that does it for us here at Halloween Horror Nights. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. What's your favorite scary movie?